Hey there, Aquarius, Sun, Aquarius, Moon, Aquarius, Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. Super happy to have you here. I know it's a little glitchy. We've got Mercury retrograde messing with me, but I'm going to turn the camera down and you won't really notice so much. So I want to thank you, as always, for showing up. I always appreciate it when you guys share your stories with me. It's excellent. So before I got turned on the camera, I was getting into your energy, and what I saw was a sandpiper. And so they actually showed me that I had it in a deck, and I had to do a little scrambling around to find the right deck, but there it is. We have a sandpiper. And this sandpiper says, be playful. But to me, when I think about sandpipers, what I saw was the sandpiper running along the shore, and hold on, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I keep having yellow jackets come in my house. That's not okay. So, sandpiper running along the shoreline. They, like the waves were coming in. It was a really beautiful day, and it was definitely looked more like the ocean than a lake. There was definite tidal action happening, and it looked to me like the waves of energy from Aquarius. You know, so this energetic wave, as we shift into the age of Aquarius, it comes in waves. And I feel like this month there's a new cresting of the waves coming in, bringing in more energy, and it's coming in waves because we can't handle all of the energy at once. It's so high vibrational, and so we're kind of like adjusting to it as we go along. And so playing in the energetic changes, and also sandpipers are really mobile. Yeah, they're mobile, they fly, but they're really quick. Like they can dart, they can change direction. They have an intelligence. Like they notice the dangers. They're shorebirds, but you know they manage to survive the being in the shoreline at night, right? They're up in the dunes or whatever. So there's a lot of predators, and they manage to figure their way through it. Oh, okay, this is excellent. So I did try to do your reading last night, and I got shut down by it because I didn't have the energy for it, and now I'm already so happy because here we go. We've got the Empress for your overall energy. Super excited about that. Let's get into the cards, see what it is going on. We're gonna do the Celtic Cross, then we're gonna do Health, Wealth, Love, and Destiny. And you're starting out here in the energy of the Sun of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords, which is very comfortable energy for you, right? That's like moving forward quick. So it's like the bird, right? It's the bird energy of the sandpiper. It's quick. It's decisive. It knows how to move. It knows which direction it's going in. It understands what it's doing. Well, you've had some kind of wow, here you're showing up all over the place for yourself. Okay, you have had some kind of a recent success where you have completed, or you're getting ready to complete, a major cycle. You need to complete the cycle. All right, wow. All right, so Aquarius, here's what's going on. This, you know what? This is beautiful. And it looks tough, but it looks like you are going to pull this together in such a beautiful way. Okay, here we go. So, you find yourself in the energy of the Sun of Swords. At the root, we have the Mother of Swords, or the Queen of Swords. So in your subconscious, you are analyzing very quickly what choices to make. It's like the decisions are happening now. I'm doing this, I'm cutting this out, I'm going to go with this, I'm going to take care of this, because in your mind is the end of a cycle, a major cycle. We have the world. So in your conscious mind, you're focusing on this completion, this turning of the wheel, this moving of things from completing. This is a major cycle that's happening. And so we have a full moon that's coming up on the 20th, I think, of this month. Maybe it's 18th. Anyway, this full moon is it is ending a cycle that started back in April of 2018. Usually it's an 18-month cycle, but this one, when I looked for the seed of intention, it went all the way back to 2018 in April. So think about what you were doing, what was going on in your life, what were you starting then that you are completing the cycle of now, and it's very decisive, and I think it did not work in the way you would have liked it to work. So you have this choice right now where you're standing here and you're going, I don't know if I should make this, should I do this? It's like I feel like you know you need to do this. And you're like, I want to make sure I'm not making a mistake and that I'm doing what's in my best interest, because in the arena of what is the challenge is we have temperance. And so I feel like you are trying to stay calm as you work your way through this cycle, and you're trying not to move too quickly, which is always a good idea when Mercury's in retrograde. I do want to caution you, being an air sign, that you definitely want to take time to review and look things over, right? But here's the thing. You've got, wow, this is... Okay, so they're showing me, okay, so Saturn is moving direct in your sign on the 17th with that full moon. So it is the 18th. So the 17th or the 18th, depending on where you are in the world, we get a full moon, and Saturn is moving direct with that. We've got Pluto moving direct on the new moon, I believe. Yeah, on the new moon. And so planets starting to move forward, and then we also have somebody else that's moving forward, Jupiter. Jupiter is also in your sign. So a lot of movement forward, even though Mercury's in retrograde. This is actually a very nice Mercury retrograde because you've got Mars still moving forward, encouraging you to take action, to do things, but Mercury's in retrograde and you're ruled by that air sign energy, and so I'm cautioning you to just double check what you're doing. And so temperance, the difficulty, the challenge is doing not flying in too fast, too quickly, but being decisive is definitely what you want to do, and make some changes in the direction that you want to take things to go. So this is really super important. And here in the area of what is the opportunity, we have the 10 of Swords. That means completing the cycle. You are thinking about completing the cycle with the world, and the opportunity is to complete a cycle, to put a fork in and say, it is done. It is so done. And what is the energy to lean into? You have the Sun and the Six of Wands. These are the two of the most victorious cards in the deck. The sun is shining on you. The opportunity is coming to you. You can really make a major league difference in your life. Lean into where you've already shown the victories. Lean into that solar plexus energy of being self-confident and knowing what's really important. On here, so we've got the solar plexus chakra, but in the center we have that sacral chakra, which says, I have value. I have value, and I know it. And so I am making choices that are important, that I know what they need to be. I know, right? You just seem to know. There's so many swords on this table. So here's your opportunity to really grow something new, a new cycle. But in order to get the growth of the Empress, there is a necessity to take the sword out and cut out the things in your life that do not work. I really feel like for you, the new moon would be a great place for you to really plant your seed of intention, the seed for this tree to grow. This is going to take, 18 months. It's not, hold on. Okay, so she's saying I'm a very big tree. 18 months is not going to get it done. And then she showed me the eclipse. So the next 18 months, the North Node is in Taurus. And so not that eclipse cycle. I think you complete whatever this is, and I'll have to look because I didn't even look to see where the seed plays out at. I swear it was in 2023. But in 2023, we may have an eclipse that comes in Aries. So that could be correct. But that's what I'm seeing, is that there is an eclipse in Aries that really completes the cycle that you're starting now. So that's like a 2 year time frame that you're working on here. So there's a real opportunity here for you to grow something. It's a brand new cycle. You're the energy of the Eight of Wands, and look at that. This is a lightning strike. It's like the aha moment. I feel that's when that energy coming up. Oh, okay. So this year and next year, the whole time, this is energy playing out between Saturn, which is currently in your sign, and Uranus, which is in Taurus, and they are in square. It is not an exact square right now, but they are so close, it's still square. That energy is still there, and as Saturn starts moving forward, it starts moving up, it starts sneaking up on Uranus, which is in retrograde. And so they're within 6 degrees of each other, and that's going to start closing the gap. And I think you get the sudden download, this insight this month that says to you, oh my gosh, this is what I'm going to do. I got to go. I got to go. Energy is all over this. We got the Knight of Swords is swooping in and taking things out. We've got the quick speed of this sandpiper here that makes decisions, intelligent decisions, and changes direction if it needs to. There's also a need, though, to stay playful. I think the challenge is going to be keeping the temperance. It's like there's so much going on, quick ending coming up here, a need to create a new cycle, and I think there's going to be a need to keep your energy to as close to the, like, you literally, okay, how do I explain this? All right, so what they're showing me is you bring in your energy. So imagine it like this blue, like your energy, your outer corona energy anyways is kind of a blue. Anyway, so just pull that energy in close and imagine it to be like a protective seal around you as you're working through this energy. And so not giving too much of yourself away to anything or anyone. Be very judicious about where it is that you place your energy, because you need enough energy for yourself so that you don't like spin out of control. I'm seeing like a wheel coming off of a vehicle and flying down the road on fire. So you don't want, it's not good when the wheels come off, right? It's just not good. So this is a need to stay in control, to bring these things through, to be able to move in the direction you want to go. But you are ending a huge cycle, and you're getting ready to start something that has the promise of being totally amazing with this Empress energy. The advice to you is the Five of Swords. And this Five of Swords is super interesting. What we have here is an earthworm that is cut in half. And the thing about an earthworm, when you cut it in half, both halves go off and they regenerate and they become their own selves. And I feel like there is something that you need to let go of. No longer serves you, you let it go, and it'll be fine. You don't have to prop up someone else. They're not your job. Okay, your job is to take care of yourself. Obviously, if you have children, you have to take care of your children. But in general, in life, if you are not healthy and whole, you can't even be there for your kids in the way you want to. So it is about you taking care of you in the best way you possibly can, so that you have enough energy to disperse it in the ways you want to go. In your environment, you have the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like this is, in your environment, there is an opportunity that for you to create, to master something, because that has a spider, and the spider to me is like the Empress energy. But the spider in the Eight of Pentacles is saying you got to show up regularly to this. So there is an opportunity, or there are multiple opportunities, and you're kind of like, it's the web of life. So when something lands on the net here, on the web here, it moves the energy, and the spider runs over and swoops it up and takes it, and then it has to repair. And so it's almost as though, oh God, hold on. Okay, so interesting. All right, so what I'm seeing is like a moth that's in the web, but it's cut, it's free. And so she has to go over and repair the net, in order to catch something new. That's really super interesting. Okay, so there's a lot happening here. You have so much going on, and your outcome is this. They told me to take a deep breath. Okay, the outcome is this. You have the Hermit. The Hermit is looking for the light within. Here, you're getting struck from the light without, from without. So the energy that was applied to you to make the changes in your life came from the external. And you are being asked to, as you complete this cycle and you start a new cycle, to have the energy that motivates the change to come from within. This is a big transformation. You have the Fool and you have the Emperor. So you have the Hermit. The Hermit's going to pull their energy in. That's why they were showing me that corona, I guess. And the Fool and the Emperor says, I am going to, this is not your usual Fool. Look at this. And this is the baby bird getting ready to take flight. He has 1 foot off, so he's going to do it soon. So there's a big change, but this change brings stability. You have the Emperor and the Empress. That is divine masculine and divine feminine energy, and you have Temperance. And so I feel like this is you. This is not outside of you. Okay, so this is not, oh, my soulmate's coming in and we're the Emperor and the Empress. No, this is you using the alchemical energy of pulling together the parts of you, the divine masculine and divine feminine, in order to create something new. But it's going to take you pulling your energy in and healing. Healing from the Ten of Swords, the ending that has to happen. This severing of cutting something out, let it go. It'll be fine. Both halves become new worms. It'll be fine. So you're not responsible. In the energy, I want to remind you again that you are leaning into, you have the Six of Wands, but look, this is transformation of a butterfly. So this transformative energy. So a butterfly sits in a cocoon for a while, right? It was the caterpillar, and then it reconfigures its molecules, its molecular structure, and then it breaks free. And so it is time for you to break free and to break out into your own sense of self. Look at that. When with the light, the way it is, you can't see the whole thing. It looks like pow. It's like announcing yourself to yourself. This is my life. This is my world. And this is the one I'm going to create. And I know you're going to create because you have the Empress. But what you're creating is stability. And so it's okay to take that risk. It's okay to step off the limb. It's okay. You will fly. You will fly. But first, you need to go within and do the healing. This is a really powerful reading. The energetic waves of the Aquarian energy coming in, I feel like that it goes out and then it comes in, and as it's coming in, it is going to help you. That might be this crack of lightning, that sudden inspiration. Okay, now is the time. Now is the time to step off. Now is the time to fly. Now is when I go. And you're going to know when. So the opportunity is the ending. The opportunity is the ending. The challenge is staying balanced and bringing in both your masculine and feminine, your ability to give and receive in balance in a way that creates a solid and stable foundation on which to grow. Big, big month ahead for you. All right, let's take a look at health. All right, let's see here. Oh, just like that. Okay, this is the energy of the Empress coming in again. We have the receiving. So this is rain pouring down, but to me, this looks like emotional energy of healing for your health. If you can get to a body of water this month at any point, like even if it's an inland lake or, you know, a little stream or something, if you can't do that, taking saltwater baths, or when you're in the shower, just imagine that the healing energy of the universe is flowing down over you. Okay, I'm seeing Kuan Yin. She's here to help you heal also, so you can call on Kuan Yin. There's a need to soothe the soul, because Ten of Swords, that's hard. That means that you've been stabbed and stabbed and stabbed, and finally you're like, okay, that's it. Put a fork in it. I'm done. Oh, wow. I never noticed this before. So if you have Taurus strong in your chart, this Ten of Swords is a bull that has been stabbed multiple times, and I think the kill shot, that was a couple through the brain and one right through the eyes. That is vicious. It could also be that you've been very stubborn. The energy of the bull, right? You were really stubborn, and it took a lot for you to say, okay, uncle, I give, we're done. And it could be a job. It could be a personal relationship. It could be a health crisis. There is something that you were like, yeah, no, this isn't working anymore. I need to cut this out. So it could be that you went to the doctor and the doctor's like, you have got to make some changes in the way you are living your life health-wise. Because if you don't stop doing this, such and such a thing, you're going to have a complete breakdown. And so it's gotten to the part where now you just have to make the choice. Temperance would be about, could be alcohol, drugs, smoking. It could be food. And so there's something, that you have to stop doing it, cut it off. So it's like, all right, yeah, I'm done fighting this. I need to take care of this now. So be open to receiving the guidance that comes to you. Getting in touch with a nutritionist is always a great idea. If you're making any health changes, doctors are good for some things, but they are not really trained in nutrition. So find yourself someone who is. There's a lot happening here. But I think the more you open yourself up to receiving the healing energies around you, it is always good to explore Eastern and Western medicine and see which ones come together to help you. So matters of health, that might be something also that you need to do. All right, let's take a look at wealth here. Okay. All right, I thought so. All right, here we go. Look at that. Beautiful. How does that not look like that to you? Wow. Okay. Financially, if you've been in a situation where, it's the job, it's the, there's so many reasons. It could be the job. You've just had enough and it's time to set yourself free. There's plenty of opportunities out there for you. You have the Eight of Pentacles in the environment. So opportunities for financial growth that are going to require you showing up and being consistent and persistent, because if you're not, it's not going to work for you. But there are opportunities out there. Also, this makes me think that maybe you need to network a little when I see the web like that. So who do you know that knows somebody that can help you get the information that you need in order to move forward on something? So, and if you're a college student, this could be your final year. You might be your final semester, and you're like, I'm done. Set me free. How can I go get a job? I have student loans. All right, so the cherry blossom here says, the great thing about material things, those you don't have and those that you have and those that you don't have, is they never lie about what you've been thinking. The power of your thoughts to manifest. You're going to create whatever you spend your time and focusing on trying to create. So when people say, I never have enough money, that is totally what you're manifesting for yourself. Stop doing that. I always have more than enough, and more's on the way. There's the flow of abundance coming to you. It is not a matter of whether or not you can afford it, swing it, or handle it. It is a question of whether or not the universe can, and the universe can. So again, it's about your thought process. And being an Aquarian, who manages thoughts better than you? I don't think anyone does. I know that we have other air signs, but you are the most mature of the air signs, right? As you work your way around the zodiacal wheel, you rule that third decan. you have the ability to master and control this. And so I really encourage you to focus on, this is so crazy because when I'm looking at this, it's a canyon, but what I first saw was two bulls looking at each other. See it? Like there's the snout. This one's looking on the side a little. Okay. All right, so we have a canyon. It says, actually, it's not that you want stuff that you don't have, but that you want stuff that you think you don't have. And the best way to change this is to begin thinking that you have it. And as in, oh, there's my electric fully loaded. I don't have any idea what it says. I cannot read these words. I'm dyslexic and they make no sense. He's trying to be clever. Okay, so the best way to change this is begin thinking that you have it. So when you say, I have more than enough and there's more on the way, the reality is in this moment when you say it, you may be like thinking you're lying to yourself, but I say you're telling the truth in advance. And if you keep saying that and you believe it and you trust it, you will manifest and bring to you exactly what it is that you are seeking. I have had financial crisis where I sat down and I had to write out some I am statements such as that. There was a lot of things that went into those I am statements, but many of them were financial, and it took me 3 years, but I got there. And so, you know, you're kind of on this 2.5 year trajectory here, so go ahead and be open to it. It starts with the first step. All right, love. So you have dating. Dating does not mean that you're in a partnership. Dating is, kind of like lots of opportunities, the Eight of Pentacles. We have inner peace, which is very much kind of like the Hermit card. I'm going to tell you the most important thing, my strongest belief is this. When you love yourself and you're at peace with yourself, by yourself, and you're like, I'm happy. It would be nice to have someone in my life, but I don't need someone in my life. That is when you are ready to be in a relationship and not before. If you need someone because, oh my God, I'm so lonely, I need to be in a relationship, that is the worst energy. You will find somebody because there's people out there saying the same thing, but then when you guys are together, you still haven't figured out how to be happy by yourself, and it doesn't work. And so when you can find the way to love yourself, first and foremost, be at peace with yourself, by yourself, then you've got everything you need, and other people just are the gravy. You're the meat and potatoes, and having a relationship becomes the gravy. And who doesn't like a little gravy on the meat and potatoes? I know I do. But first, you got to get yourself right. You got to take care of yourself in all four: mental, physical, emotional, and financial, right? You gotta, if you're seeking someone because you feel like you lack something, then all they're going to do is show you that you feel like you lack it. But when you trust in yourself and you step into your super, I got this crap together power, then everything else falls into place. All right, let's get some final words of wisdom. And you have a lot. Oh, there's the moth. You have the moth and the butterfly. The moth says sensitivity, boundaries, and turn to light. I focus on the light. Trust your instincts, even if you lack clarity at this time. I don't think you're lacking clarity. I think you know exactly what you're supposed to do. Your thoughts are very instinctive for you. There are no cups here. There are no cups here. We have wands and we have swords. We have wands and we have swords and major arcana, and that's it. So this is taking action based on your thought. Usually I say take heart-centered actions. I'm a fan of heart-centered actions. But Aquarius, I don't know. I feel like you've spent enough time thinking about whatever this is, and you know it's time. This, being open to receiving, and the Empress, those are emotional energies. So to get where you're going, it's going to become important, but to complete this cycle, I think you already know. You already know what it is. Okay, so it says, if something feels right, move toward it. If something seems off, step back. There is no need to justify your feelings with logic. So they're saying, follow your feelings. You've been overthinking it. But there's no cups here. You're going through a time of heightened psychic and emotional sensitivity, so be sure to give to yourself to replenish. That's that receiving, nurture, and protect all of your being. You have the innate ability to find a source of light even in the darkest of times. That is this beautiful Hermit card. I think you've already done all the thinking. And I think you know what is right to do for you. What is right for you is something that does not leave you feeling like you got swords poking out of you. You have the Dove. This is that peaceful energy that we found with the Love card. Peace, reassurance, and resolution. Peace rises gently from my heart, and my path is blessed with grace. Hand your worries to the Divine Feminine, the Empress. And trust that she knows how to create solutions without force or aggression. You have the ability to settle your mind by tuning into your heart. Okay, so the reason there's no cups here is because there should be cups here and they're just not here. So, I think you've done all the thinking, and now you're being asked what feels right. More than that, what feels like it would bring joy and happiness. Not what is logically right, but what is right for my soul. Don't wait for things to be in order before you feel at peace. Give yourself to peace and trust your heart right now. Even the most daunting problems can be resolved more gracefully than you realize. Letting go will bring resolution more quickly and graciously. The Divine Feminine is reassuring you that all is well. Oh, here you go. Opportunity and overall energy right there in that peace card. You have the Butterfly, transformation, growth, and new cycles. So here's the transformation card, and here's the new cycles card, and this is a new cycles card. Oh, and the Fool, new cycle. So they're just reiterating everything here. I embrace the transformation that empowers me to fulfill my divine potential. I embrace the transformation that empowers me to fulfill my divine potential. You are growing. You may not realize it or know how things are going to work out, but they will do so at the right time. Do not be afraid to let go of the world, your plans, or the ways of being you have known. Your higher self is guiding you to the next level of authentic self-expression. This will be quite different to your past experiences. Expect the unexpected and know that you'll be able to thrive in new worlds that are currently unknown to you. Embrace your process. When the time is right, you shall be ready. And the time is coming, right? It is coming. You're standing with one that I don't know that you... When you let go of this, then you'll know when to step off. I thought there was another one. Oh, B. The B says, belief, sweet reward, and productivity with focused intention and diligence. I accomplish great things that benefit many. B believe in yourself. You are capable of more than you realize. Take your interests and passions seriously so that you commit the time and energy to these developments and expressions. When you live your true self doing work that is meaningful to you, you are helping many more beings than you realize. Your inner light has positively contagious effect. It lights up the lives of those around you, so let yourself shine. Do not be afraid to work hard, but also make time to enjoy your life. We're back to the sandpiper. There is a distinct need for what you have to offer. It's about balance. It's about finding the joy. You came here to create joy for yourself. You got a lot going on here, but this is a fabulous, empowering reading. All you have to do is be willing to step off. Birds do it all the time, and they soar, right? So go ahead and let yourself soar. All right, I will see you guys. I'm back here every week for the weeklies if you want to follow through the month and see if there's more advice that comes through. I do a daily card pull over at Moonlit Waters on Facebook, and the mid-months will be out in just 2 weeks. So we'll touch base and we'll see what it is that Spirit wants to dive down into. We do a different kind of a spread for that, but it gets into really one particular issue, whatever that is. All right, you guys take good care of yourselves. Don't be afraid to put a fork in it and let it be done. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.